Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudoku and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be covering a puzzle genre called New Tren Puzzle. Now this puzzle comes into the object placement puzzle category, and this particular puzzle was constructed by Serkan Yurekli for a practice puzzle for a contest called Toketa Selection. Now Toketa Selection is an excellent contest, and Toketa is nothing but a puzzle book, Japanese puzzle book, which has some excellent puzzles and by some of the best authors around the world. And Serkan is one of the authors for Toketa book, right? And so I'll add the link in the description below for the contest page, where you can check out the practice puzzles by many authors there, and even the puzzle booklet, where you can find some excellent puzzles. And you can download the puzzle booklet still and solve the puzzles at your leisure. So Serkan is one of the best authors around the world and is one of my favorite authors. His puzzles are really elegant, solve paths are purely logical, and you will really enjoy solving his puzzles. So I would suggest you to check out the contest page. So I'll add the link in the description below for the contest page, as well as the link of the online interface of the Sudoku that we are puzzle that we are solving today. And now coming on to the puzzle, so it's a really different puzzle type, and so you need to place some blocks in the grid that are of the size 1 into 2 or 1 into 3, right? So it can be 1 into 2 this way or 1 into 3 anyway. So 1 into 3 or 1 into 2 in such a way that no two blocks can overlap each other, and each block should contain a number or a question mark if there is a question mark in the grid. So in this grid there is no question mark, but in the puzzle booklet you have a few puzzles. You have one of the puzzles that has a question mark in it. So a block should contain one number or a question mark indicating the possible movements it can have along its edges, along its long side. So in other words, you need to place some blocks in the grid, right? So blocks can be of 1 into 2 or 1 into 3 in such a way that, so let me show you how that block works. So this is I'll add that using the red color here. Red would be better here. So you just assume that a block is nothing but a car here. Car is of 1 into 3 size or 1 into 2 size, and there will be a few unshaded cells in the grid, right? So all of these cells will not be covered by the blocks here. So let us assume we have a few unshaded cells in the grid, and this will be a block, this will be a block, right? You can mark that with the edge here, right? So what does the rule says here? The rule says is that you need to place some blocks 1 into 3 or 1 into 2 size which does not overlap each other, and each block will have exactly one number which indicates the possible movements along its long side. So what does that mean? So for example, you have a block here or a car. Just assume in a simple word it is a car here, right? And the car movement can only be in the longer direction, in this direction, right? Up and down for these 2 clue, or for these 3 clue it will either be left or right, and the number indicates the number of its possible movements along that long side. So for example, if you have a 2 here, the possible movements that this block or this car can have is exactly 2. So it can come one step down this way, right? This car can be this way, and one more step down this way, right? So which means that it can have exactly 2 possible movements, and this cell would have to be another block here. This cell would have to be another block here. So it can have exactly 2 movements here, one down and one more down. So for example, this 3 has only one movement, one step towards its left. So which means it gets a contradiction here. This 3 would need to have exactly 3 movements. So it need to have exactly 3 empty cells or 3 unshaded cells together in both left and right direction. And for example, if you see this one, if you have 2 shaded cells here and one more block here, then that means that this one has 2 possible movements, one step down and another step down, which is not possible. So it should have only one possible movement here. So that is what the rule says here. The rule says that you need to place blocks of 1 into 2 or 1 into 3 size in such a way that the number indicates the number of possible movements along its longer direction, along its longer side, and all of these unshaded cells. So these green cells are nothing but the unshaded cells. So all of the unshaded cells in the grid will have to be connected to each other, right? So you'll have to take the blocks as a car. The movement of a car is of course in the longer direction, right? And the number of steps is indicated by the number inside that car, right? And with that we'll start solving this puzzle. So I'll just remove the notations that I have done here. Okay, and with that we'll start solving this puzzle, right? So this is really a different kind of puzzle, right? The logic or the tips required in this puzzle are totally different, and a few tips that I would like to say is that, so there is no zero in this, right, in this puzzle. So if at all you had a zero in this puzzle, let us assume you had a zero in this puzzle, right? One good tip here in the puzzle is that no two, so there are 4 orthogonal cells, right? So no 2 orthogonal cells of different sides. So these 2 orthogonal cells are of same side. One is up and one is down. So no 2 orthogonal cells of different side can be unshaded when you have a zero clue. That is the most important thing, because what happens here is that if you have a zero clue and if you have 2 different sides unshaded, not the same side, up and down or left and right, but different sides, then the zero having a block. So if you have a block this way, you will have one movement here. If you have a block towards the down, you have one movement here. So which is not possible. Zero shouldn't have any movement here. So there are puzzles where you can have zero as well, so which can never have any movements. So it will be blocked by other blocks or other cars which will block the movement of the zero. So that is one of the tricks here. And other trick is that you will have to look out for the cells which will surely be unshaded. So for example, if you see this cell and this cell, no blocks or no cars can reach that. So the nearest number here is 3, which will take 4 blocks to reach, 1 into 4, which is not possible. So according to the rules, you have only 1 into 3 size maximum and 1 into 2 size, which is minimum. So there is no such block or no such car that can reach towards this cell. So these 2 cells will have to be unshaded. So these are the few things that you have to look into the puzzle here. And why I am saying this trick here in particular, because this puzzle, after the moment I saw this puzzle, I got that the one shaded cell will help you start this puzzle. So can this cell be a unshaded cell or a block cell? So there is only one number that can reach this cell, which is 2. So now what happens here is that this forms a car in itself. This is a block, and the movement it requires are 2 movements, but as you can see, this also will be a block and it can only have a maximum of 1 movement, which is not possible, right? So the moment you take this cell as a 2 cell for a block or a car, the movement that it has can only be 1 towards its left, because the 3 will also be a block, right? So all the numbers are part of the blocks or car, right? And the movement that has for this 2 is only 1, which means that this would have to be an unshaded cell. This, in other words, the symmetric cell for this cell can still be a block, because one can have only 1 movement possible. So this cell can still be a block cell. So this can still be a block cell or an unshaded cell, we are not sure of it, but this cell will surely have to be an unshaded cell. And why this is helpful, because now this unshaded cell will have to come out using only this way, right? That's a really good logic. Now the real fun of this puzzle starts here. So as you can see here, these 2 cannot have a block towards the vertical direction. It can only have a block in the horizontal direction. The car can only stand in the horizontal direction, not in the vertical direction, because the moment you start make the 2 in the vertical direction, you will have 3 movements towards the above, right? 1, 2 and 3, not possible, which means that this 2 will have a block. So I'll just mark all the blocks here. I'll just mark with the a bit of light color here, so that the numbers are visible easily. So all the numbers are part of the blocks, right? So it will be easy for you to see that how the unshaded cells will flow. Now the 2 will have to be in this direction, right? In this way, because as you know that it cannot be in the vertical direction. The moment is already 3 and plus 3 or more. So it will have to be in the horizontal direction. And whatever you do, so whenever you have such things, this is one of the really good technique here, very good trick here. Whenever you have a block, a direction of the block fulfilled, so for the 2 the direction is this way, right? and you need 2 steps. So the block can still be 1 into 2 or 1 into 3, but whatever be the case, this cell would have to be unshaded because the number of movements for this car will have to be fulfilled when you have this as an unshaded cell. So if you have this as a shaded cell, you don't have 2 possible movements for this block. So this will have to be unshaded, right? This is one of the really good trick, and it will really helpful. It will really be helpful for you to solve these kind of puzzles. Now let's see if we can do anything else. Okay, so the one can be this way or this way. Okay, we are not sure of it yet. And okay, so the 4 cannot have a block towards the above, so it will have a cross here. So marking the cross marks will surely be helpful. I'll let you know why that is helpful, but marking the cross is really helpful. So one more thing here is that this 4 cannot have a cross towards its left, because if you have this 4 cannot have a block towards its left, because if you have a block towards its left, there are exactly 4 cells remaining in that direction, and all the 4 cells will have to be unshaded for the 4 to be fulfilled, and in that case the 2 gets contradicted here. So these kind of logics are very much helpful, and you'll have a cross here now. Okay, so this unshaded cell will have to go this way, right? This would have to be an unshaded cell, because this unshaded cell will have to go out this way only. Okay, anything else? Okay, can you have a block down? It is still possible. Can you have, okay, a block at up is also possible. So what are we missing here now? Okay, this would have to be unshaded now. So for this 2, excellent. This cell would have to be unshaded because the unshaded cells has to come out, and for this 2 you cannot have a block towards its left, because the moment you have a block towards its left, you have 3 movements already in this direction. Not possible. So a block cannot be towards the down, towards the right, so which means the block will have to be towards the above, right? And this will also be a block. Now this, at this point, I would say you one thing is that you have to be very careful while drawing the blocks here. So now this cannot be an unshaded cell because it cannot come out anyway, so this will be part of the block. But the main thing here is that we are not sure if the block will be of this 2 or this 3. So I would suggest you that you mark a line here for this block, and this is a block, right? So this block can still be of the 2 cell, the 3 cell, or this 2 cell. We are not sure of it. So I am just drawing an edge here, right? And this can still close here or here. But whatever be the case here, as you can see, this cell would have to be a unshaded cell for the 2 to fulfill the number of movements here, and this will be a block cell now. Now this block cell is not sure that will be taken by 3, by 1 or 1, this one, but we are sure that this will have to be a block cell. And with that we'll continue solving this puzzle. So now for the 2 here, the block cannot be towards its right, because you don't have possible movements here. You have only one movement here, so it will either be towards the left or towards the bottom. And as you can see here, the shaded cells, unshaded cells will have to go down using this way. Okay, and for this 2 now, the 2 cells are 2 movements are fulfilled, so this would have to be a block cell, but this block cell is not sure of 1 or 4, right? So you just make sure that you don't mark the blocks already. So this block is already marked, so I'll just mark that with the blocks here, and the 2 movements are fulfilled now. Okay, so for this one, it can either be towards the left or towards the up. Okay, for this 3, I can directly mark a cross here, because you cannot have a block towards its left, because then you'll have only 2 possible movements remaining. it can go towards its right, it cannot go towards the bottom also. So if you go towards the bottom, you have only one movement possible, so which means that this block will be taken by the 3. That's excellent, that is excellent, and which means that this 3 has a block now, this 2 has a block now, and this 2 would have a block towards the bottom, because towards the right it is not possible to have 2 movements here. So this is a shaded cell here, and I'll mark a line here, and which means that for the 2 is fulfilled, for this 2 is fulfilled, and for this the 3 is also fulfilled, and for this okay, so this shaded cell can be for the 1 and the 4 as well. Okay, so now you see this unshaded cell has to go out this way. That's nice. And this group of unshaded cells has to go out this way. That's again superb. So which means that for this one, excellent. So for this one there is only this block possible, and this can still be a block or a unshaded cell. But the moment you have this as unshaded cell, this one will have 2 movements, one towards the left and one towards the right. So this would have to be a shaded cell, and this also would have to be a shaded cell for the 1 to be fulfilled, right? And we are not sure if this block is part of the 1 or 4 or this one, right? But and this block will have to be part of the 2 only. No other number can reach this block, right? And now for the 3, the block can go towards the left or towards the right, but whatever you do, this cell would have to be unshaded. That's nice. And okay, now this block was we had a doubt that this block was for the 1 or for the 4. Now 1 has already a block, so this block would have to be part of the 4, and that directly gives you 2 unshaded cells here. So for the 4 to be fulfilled, right? Awesome. So which means you formed a block for 4 also, and for this 4 now, the block cannot be towards the left, right, because you have only 3 possible movements here, which means the block would have to go towards the bottom. And in that case, at least this cell, at least this cell would have to be unshaded for the 4 to be fulfilled. If you have this as a shaded cell, you don't have 4 possible movements for this 4. So this would have to be an unshaded cell, right? And okay, and this group of unshaded cells has to come out this way, and okay, so all of these are shaded cells now, because if you have an unshaded cell inside this group, no unshaded cell can come out, right? Superb logic. So all of these would have to be shaded cells, and now we can find out which cell will be part of which number, which means that this cell can only be taken by 1, right? Awesome. This cell can only be taken by 4, because for the 2 it has already taken the upper cell, right? So for the 1 now, this cell would have to be unshaded. For the 3 this will have to be shaded. For the 4 this would have to be unshaded, and this would have to be unshaded for the unshaded cells to continue connecting, right? And so 3 is fulfilled, 1 is fulfilled, 2 is fulfilled, 4 is fulfilled. Now this one cannot have a block towards the above at the top, because you have 2 movements already, so cannot be towards the right as well, because you won't have enough movements for the 1, so it has to be towards the left. So that gives you movement for the 1, and this would have to be unshaded now. Nice. And this also will have to be unshaded, sorry, this also would have to be part of the 1 here, and for the 4 now it would have to be this line, right? But it can still extend or not extend. But if you don't extend here, superb logic, that is excellent logic. So if you don't extend here, this will have to be an unshaded cell, and you have 5 possible movements for the 4. Not possible. So this will have to be a shaded cell, and that gives you a block for 4 now. Awesome. And if this for the 2, if the blocks goes above, you have 3 possible movements, not possible. So it would have to be towards the right, and this would have to be unshaded, this would have to be unshaded, and only 1 cell is left which has to be unshaded. and now you have completed this puzzle. So as you can see here, it's nothing but, okay, sorry, the one has to be fulfilled, right? So one has to be the block at the top, and you have one moment here. So as you see this puzzle now, the blocks are nothing but the cars here which are already placed. So as you can see, these are the cars here, and the movement of the cars are already indicated by the number. So this car can have only one movement towards the left, this can have one movement towards the right, this 4 can have 4 movements, 1 2 3 4. It can go 4 steps at the back. This car can go 4 steps at the top, 1 2 3 4. So as you can see, it's a really excellent puzzle type, a really fun puzzle, and you have to assume this kind of a parking puzzle. See, the cars are parked, and you are given the total number of movements that each car can have. So you have to park in such a way that you have exactly those movements here. Excellent puzzle type, a really different one, interesting one. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do like and comment if you want us to solve any other Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, and please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Thank you.